Gotta get back to the
There we go. You see that right there? You guys see all three of us on the screen right
Oh yeah.
there? Send us with yeah.
Yeah, you got
Hello.
me looking like I got a long head.
You do got a long head, but all right. Sorry, I say I'm already been streaming live. It's after this like 19 minutes of dead air and us trying to figure it all out. I'm gonna have to edit out, but it should be working. You guys say something real quick. Let me see if the sounds are working.
Yeah.
All right, that's
Yes,
good.
sir.
Jason
Yes, yes, yes.
said,
Check one, check
Sean said, "What's
two.
good, fam? How y'all doing today?" Let me see what he's
Good.
writing. Let me see. Oh, yeah, we're doing real good. Much love
Oh
from
yeah.
LA. All right. All right. So I put some homework on you guys about that movie Kids. We're gonna talk about that later. But first, I want to talk to Mr. Johnson real quick. Are you born and raised in Houston? You from Houston?
Yeah, I'm from Houston. I'm from the East Side, from Baytown.
Oh man, I knew I didn't like you, man. What's up, man? I'm from we from Mo City. We from down south. That's Jason. You was when you first came to Houston. You was always Southwest like me, huh?
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah. Me and Jay, we known each other for damn over 20, going on what 30, almost 30 years now.
Oh yeah, I'm some Southwesters.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
But
Hey, hey, man.
I saw Kalum with he was hired with my uncle had I guess hired him to entertain. I guess he was running some kind of a show or a function because you're an actor, comedian, you crushing it on TikTok. But introduce yourself to the audience and let them know what you be doing out there.
Well, I am an all-around entertainer. I'm a hip hop artist, actor, comedian, and social media influencer. Uh, I'm all about positivity, the youth, the community, and being the best role model I can be. So yeah, I'm just a ball full of fire. That's what my shirt stands for. I stay lit. I stay living it through. The fire sign is all pure energy. You know what I'm saying? Never drink, no smoke, nothing like that. I'm just
Oh,
natural, straight air. So
all
anytime
right.
you be a smile, I'm gonna entertain you. So that's what I do.
So you're saying I should put the alcohol away, huh? Okay. All right. We good.
Nah, I mean, you fine drinking it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just in a position where I want to put out that you can be yourself. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, not no offense, you know what I'm saying, but a lot of people use like those are
The
you
crush.
know, smoke and stuff like that to be what the be something. And
Right.
me, I don't use that. You know what I'm saying? I just be pure myself. So,
Right.
that's the lane I'm in right now. But nah, I mean, I've been around it. Like I used to run the streets back in the gap. You know what I'm saying? So I've been around all type of crazy stuff. I just never did it.
Yeah. And Jay, I know you've been on the channel a couple times before, but if you want to formally, but I put you on because we were just talking some crazy stuff before, but you never really formally introduced yourself to the audience. So for the people that's watching live and that's going to be watching the recording down the line, just let them know who you are, where you're about, and where you're from.
Oh well. Jason Rodriguez. Most people call me Puerto Rico.
All right,
I
that's
call
enough time for
myself.
Jason. All right, let's move on to the next time. No, no, keep going. I always mess with him, but
I call myself the ultimate plug because I
Yeah.
mean I didn't grow up at your natural stages of a Bill Cosby type of home or whatever. And I left the house when I was 13, and I just grew up pretty quick and developed all type of skills. I do from carpentry, laying floor, painting inside, roofing. But now I've grown up to myself to where I am a DJ. They call me DJ Puerto Rico. Play music. I have my own shirt printing company and sign business right now, where I print T-shirts and I actually make monuments and big letterings upon buildings and stuff. I've been all around. I just chose to bet on myself. So
Right.
that's what I do right now. I call myself the ultimate plug. If I don't know how to do it, I know somebody who do.
and me, I'm just Chris. That's all. That's it. No, I don't need no introduction. But today, guys, we're talking to Kalum Johnson mostly, and we're gonna get into the main topic of the show, which is this old movie that blew my mind back in the day called Kids. It recently came up in the news again. So if you guys have ever seen this movie, it was like an NC-17 film about these kids growing up in New York. It has a lot to do with sex and what kids were about coming up of age kind of a thing. But it was really about this one dude who was going around spreading a disease that he did not know he had to these girls because he thought that, you know, he had a whole, it's a whole thing. So I don't really want to spoil it too much for those of you who haven't seen it. It's been over 26 years. If you haven't seen it by now, Rosario Dawson is let me tell you about this movie real quick. About this one thing about Rosario Dawson. I saw Rosario Dawson for the first time in this film. And since then, she just stuck in my brain. It was something that she said, and I'll get into it later. And it just made me a Rosario Dawson fan ever since then. Now she almost became the first lady if Cory Booker would have won. But we'll talk about kids later. And then on the theme of what that movie was about, we're going to share some embarrassing stories about a movie that reminds you about like your first time, you want to think.
Yeah.
We go. So it's like this is the barbershop real quick. We on this some grown folks talking right now. But you said you helped out my, like I said, Kalum, I reached out to you because I saw you help out my uncle after he just became sheriff of Missouri City. He's been in law enforcement since before I was born. Man, I'm 41 years old. He's been doing it for a minute, and now he just became the sheriff at Fort Bend. And you were out there helping him out. What was that function about? What were y'all celebrating?
That was man, that's a good question. It was something to do with the community. They trying to bring the community back together, right. Fort Bend, but the crimes and stuff that was going around. It was very cultural. There's a lot of international people out there. Your uncle, the truth, man. But I got to do a big shout out to Nabil for having me come out there to a whole different county, man. And the energy was crazy, man. Your uncle got some moves, man. He got some energy.
I was asking you about that. Did he dance? I have never seen my uncle dance, man. Eric Fagan, Sheriff Eric Fagan out there from Fort Bend Sheriff.
Eric Fagan, he hit the June bug one time. He was out there doing it. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, Jason. If you ever seen did my uncle go to my wedding? Because Jason was the best man at my wedding, and I still get on him because I caught him dancing with my aunt. I had to shut that down. I don't know if we saw my uncle dancing out there, but
I danced with your aunt. Yeah,
you dancing. All right. I don't even know why I brought that up. Let's move on. Moving on.
No, wait. I got a better story than that. I first met your uncle.
Oh, dude. Okay. Okay, go for it. Tell him.
I got the house and went into this big old party, and Chris kept on saying, "Come on, let's go." I'm like, "No, man, we having fun. Let's go."
I was scared to death, and I was ready to leave, man. We were underage at a house party.
I'm gonna get in so much trouble. I'm like, man, we've gone this far. Let's go all the way. Let's just deal with the consequences later. Man, when I went home, the party was over. It was terrible. We went when we went to the house, the fire department was on our street. The police was on our street.
My mother called everybody.
and I thinking, because my parents wasn't really tripping, because I told my parents where I was going, and his uncle said, "Hey, come here." And so I was like, I said, okay. He said, "Where were you?" I said, "Man, I gotta talk to you." I did not know he was a cop, though. He started reaching for his cuffs. I was like, "Whoa, wait a minute. Wait a minute. What's going on?" He's like, "Where were you? What is going on?" This is what I was like, "Where's your parents?" I said, "I live right there." And it was funny is that he went to go talk to my mom, and my mom didn't speak no English. Chris wasn't allowed to play with me for about a month.
Dang.
My uncle, every time he tried to come over to my house and apologize, my mom was like, "Shut up, bitch! every time I don't even know. Oh, am I sharing the sound yet? No, y'all couldn't hear that. Let me set it up again.
That's crazy.
Can y'all hear me? Yeah. Can y'all hear me? Shut up, bitch. That's what my mother kept saying every time he tried to come back to apologize. Yeah, that was his first time meeting my uncle. But now he's the sheriff of Fort Bend. Kalum went out there and entertained the crowd real quick. I saw him on there. I was teasing my uncle because I was like, dude, all those accomplishments, and he still don't know how to tag you on Instagram. I keep teasing him. I said, dude, you forgot to tag Kalum for on Instagram so people can find you, fat. And my uncle's like, I'm not in charge of that account. I got somebody else in charge of it. And I was like, I said, I offered my services. You should have hired. I keep hitting on my uncle about this. You should have hired me to do that. But
because I was would. It was a whole different, you know what I'm saying, culture. It was like a Pakistani culture. I don't want to say, I don't really know, you know what I'm saying, what culture indirectly it was, but when I first came out there, they was just like, what is he about to do? What's going on? As soon as I got on stage and brought that energy, opened my mouth, they was like, yeah, they fell in love. Like, I like you. I'm like, I like y'all too.
They were like,
but I was like, how y'all gonna find me? How y'all gonna find me, man?
Yeah, dude, no shade to my uncle, whoever.
It's all love.
No shade to whoever is in charge of that Instagram account, but you gotta start tagging people.
Tagging that, man. I could have been booked times 5 more, 10 more years.
Yeah, he had Zero come out one time during the campaign and didn't tag him. Zero has over 1 million followers total, and none of them saw it. Pretty much.
Wow, man, you gotta tag it. I think they're trying to have me come out there July 4th.
Okay, yeah. Maybe I'll run into you out there then.
Yeah, I'm gonna reach back and see. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, let me get on to the main. What I should have, instead of playing Call of Duty, let me switch gears real quick. Instead of playing Call of Duty, I messed up. What I should have did, guys, was I should have had the topic like set up. I was gonna try to have a picture of it up. Let me see if I can do something real quick. We're talking about that movie. Kids, did you guys read up that? I sent you guys that article that I read about it. And did you guys read that or see anything about it? Like
the article about Call of Duty?
No, about that movie, Kids, about what was going on with the people in that movie. So it said after 26 years, the movie that shocked the world, Kids. Oh shit, let me skip this. 26 years after Kids shocked the world, a new documentary examines the lives that it shattered. So it turns out that some of the people, the Kids movie, a gritty look at a group of skateboarding, drug-abusing, bed-hopping teenagers became an unlikely box office hit when it premiered in 1995. And this article was about how, remember that producer Harvey Weinstein, that dude that recently got in trouble for all the sexual assault and harassment that he was doing over the years in Hollywood? You guys didn't hear about that? What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing on this show? Look, that one of those producers of that movie. So this is a movie about young people, and I swear now that I look back, this was an NC-17 movie about sex and drugs and stuff. And some of these kids, I got to double check how old Rosario Dawson is today and how old she was in 1995. But I think these kids were underage, mostly. And they're performing like Jason, you watched this movie the other day, right?
Yeah, I watched it just so I can, because I had never heard about it, and that was the second time that someone had told me, was including you, and so it threw me through a loop. I said, "Why didn't I see it?" And I looked, and I know exactly why I didn't see it, because my dad was not having it. In the beginning of the movie, there's these kids. They're just tongue kissing for 2 minutes. They're just all inside of each other. They're kids, and he's not like, "Oh, you know what I want to do? You know I love you," and she's like, "I just don't want to get hurt. I just don't want to get hurt." And next thing you know, he's on top of this chick. I mean, he apparently he didn't know nothing about foreplay or nothing. He just goes dive straight in. Next thing you know, he's like, "Oh," she's like, "You hurt, I was like, this is the way the movie starts.
Yeah, it started off kind of crazy, and it got really raw. I'm putting it up right now. I'm trying to read this. I'm not gonna read this whole thing, but what is it? Shot on a short string budget with a cast compromised of unknown and amateur actors. That's the dude that Harvey Weinstein. That's the name of that cat that got in trouble recently for sexual assault. He was one of the producers of this movie. Dude was like a total pervert. He's in jail right now, for as far as I understand. And he made this movie. It went on. This movie went on to gross about $20 million. And then it said during an investigation. Hold on. Let's see, Harris, we were a tight-knit group of skateboarding that hung out here. We were in the right place at the right time. Harris has been trying to get the kids producers for more than a decade. At the point, he envisioned it as a narrative feature. Blah, blah, blah. Hold on. I'm trying to get to the part where he got in trouble. Well, basically, from what I read, it was like for people that were underage, people that were not paid, like lives that were destroyed, like. Some of these people just vanished. Like some of them made it big. Some of them just like vanished. Like they just got ripped off totally. They were paid nothing. And this movie made over $20 million. I'm thinking that that girl that you were talking about from the beginning of the movie, Jason, or the girl that got the disease later.
Yeah.
I think she was underage when her name is Sarah Henderson. I see that she was arrested before. She hasn't done pretty much anything since that movie. She's been through a whole bunch of stuff. I think she was a minor doing that sex scene in that movie, and that's against the law. You can't record minors performing sex acts. And dude, all I did was I googled kids movie. Sean Folk was saying, I can see y'all again, y'all. Weinstein's total garbage. Yeah, he is. But this girl, I think she was a minor when they were filming this movie. And there's when I googled that movie in Google Images, the first thing I saw was a Polaroid, like a real life Polaroid of her in that scene where she's covering herself up, like she's naked and she's covering herself up with that boy that she was acting with. And I'm like, now I'm looking at her because I was 15 when I first watched this movie, but I'm thinking she was like 13. I'm like, so you got a film crew, a director, and all that stuff behind the camera, and this girl is like this the whole time, like covering herself up. I'm like, why? Like Harvey Weinstein, the producer, is in jail for sexual assault and all these other people.
But like, which one are you talking? You talking about Jenny?
I don't remember the names of the characters and all that, but the girl, I think the girl in the very end, at the very end, that was catching the HIV virus and didn't know it because he was into.
Oh, dang!
The main character. His whole thing in this movie was he loved to take girls' virginity. His reason was because virgins were clean, but he wasn't, and he didn't know he had AIDS. So the whole time, this one girl is trying to catch up to him because she gave him, he gave her HIV and didn't know it. So she's in the hospital with Rosario Dawson, and she finds out, she's crying because she just tested positive. So the whole movie, she's trying to track this dude down, and the whole time he's still going for the next one. And these girls were minors and stuff, dude. And that was around the same time when, and I'll get to the next segment real quick. We're talking about that movie that reminds you of your first time. This is the reason why this movie reminds me of that first time. Because Jason, you remember that girl that I first with, and I know you hate this story because that he did me wrong. My boy right here to my right here, stole the girl that I was supposed to be with.
No, we shared.
What happened? That was around the age when I was first with a girl, and I saw that movie for the first time, and I had her sneaking around in my house. My mom didn't know, and to hide out, she even hid. I had her hide down the street because me and Jason lived like a couple houses from each other. Had her hiding out in Jason's house.
That's crazy.
In my defense, I was innocent.
Until you hit, right? Yeah, okay. Anyway.
Straight innocent.
Caleb, what about you? What's that movie that I'm not saying that the movie had to have been playing in the background or nothing like that. But what's that movie that reminds you of that first time? Or do you have, or is it like a song or something?
Everything. I don't know. It had to be Friday.
that was my second choice. It was either this movie or Friday. Why Friday though?
Because that was the movie that was always on repeat, and every time I even had a fling over, I went to a fling. That was the movie I always chose to watch. Oh, I come over there, we could watch Friday.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
I was getting butt with Friday playing in the background.
That was the line. I'd be like, you want to come over and watch a movie?
I watched Friday like a million times with every girl I went with.
Wow.
That was. What about you, Jason? What was that movie?
Honestly, it wouldn't be a movie. It would be a song for me. And it was.
You ain't gotta say too much from the.
No, man, because I was really young. It was it's so funny. The song that was playing on my first time was that bump de bump de bump bump de li 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 bump de bump de bump bump de li li. And the guy's house I was over, he loved that song. He'd crunk it up. He crunk it up really, really loud. That's all you could hear, to the point where I'm like,
oh, that's crazy.
But sad is that I finished before the song. So.
Oh yeah. I've been in an experience where the lyrics didn't even come on the song and I was done. But the song that I had that reminds me is Sir Mix-a-Lot, Baby Got Back.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I was tearing some meat up with that.
For me, you know the group that I was always listening to back in the day, Jason. It was probably first of the
Harmony.
Yeah, it was probably first of the month for me.
Yeah, you ain't lying. God, dog.
It was probably the song that was always playing in the background when I was with somebody. Remember my ex-girlfriend Rose? You remember Rose?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was probably what was happening back then. It was what was that song? Bump this poetic customs to the graveyard shift on the bird. Wake up, wake up. That was what I always play. You like wake up, like wake up, like, wake up, wake up, wake up. That's what I do.
I remember that.
But boy, man, so them movies. Let me talk about Friday real quick because they still trying to make that next one happen. They trying to get they want Chris Tucker to come back and all that, and it's
everybody dying.
Everybody, but they just can't seem to make it happen. Now Regina King is probably pretty much untouchable. Now she was in that movie, wasn't she? Isn't she Craig's sister? Regina King?
Regina King. Man, I didn't know the actress name. Never knew her name.
I think it was Craig's sister.
Oh yeah, I remember her.
I think she. Yeah, that was Regina King.
Yeah, I think now she's probably waiting. Now she's getting like Oscars and stuff for her directing and all that. Like, probably can't even get her now. Forget Chris Tucker. You can't even get her to come back probably.
She died out on the second one though. We didn't see her on the second one.
Yeah, exactly. Now you probably never see her again now because she just but that was his mission. He wanted to get everybody to come back for another.
Well, I know Chris Tucker said he wasn't going to do it because his mom didn't even like the movie because it was about smoking and stuff like that. And he said he wouldn't do it.
He was trying to change his image.
Yeah, because if you go back, you're going back that type of vibe. Like I don't even do feel like I couldn't do a film audition for a movie today. And they had smoking weed. The character fit me well, but smoking the weed, I was like, I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't do it in real life, so why would I do it in the movie?
Because it's acting.
I know, but it's like I'm for the youth, you know what I'm saying, in the community, and I got sponsors in it. You know, how would it look?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Pop up your kid. Oh, watching K-Dog on TV, and I'm me at that old nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, oh my God, you know what that reminds me of? Sinbad, the comedian Sinbad. he was talking on one of his stand-up specials. He was talking about how the heck can a man talk another man into doing drugs. He said it never makes sense to me. A man walk up to you and be like, "You got to try this," with that stupid look in your face. And I was like, "Damn, that's true." Like, how the hell do people convince other people to do drugs? Like, look at this. It's like, oh man, but yeah, I get it though. That it makes sense. I know you got, like you said. At first, I'm like, well, I mean, it's acting.
Yeah.
Like people get kind of bent out of shape where they're like, you shouldn't hire like right now. The sensitive topic is like, it's best if you have a part for a transgender person, it's best to have a transgender actor and things like that. And then other people kind of try to push back against that, or saying stuff like, well, then where does the line end? Because if you have a movie that's about a murderer, do I have to hire a murderer? And it's like, they're like, no, come on, you know, common sense. We're not saying all that. But
well, it's like even in my music, like if y'all hear my music hype, it's positive, it's clean. Like you would never know that I'm talking about I don't do drugs. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty much saying like I don't do Mary and Molly, and I ain't want to on the like music video, like my video we're about to shoot to my single I Stay Lit. You know, we got kids, and you know, I like to be around universal people, kids, family, young, old.
Is that a name of a song, or is that like the catchphrase? Like, because I see that a lot. Stay lit, right?
Yeah, that's my song.
Okay, I stay lit. Okay.
Stay lit. Type in I Stay Lit KDOG, and it'll pop up everywhere.
Okay.
But I ain't want to, you know what I'm saying, put that type of vibe out, and then you flip around, look at the movie, and I'm blazing a big old blunt. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh, he stay lit, all right.
Like, exactly. I was about to say the sponsors be like, oh, so when you stay lit, you stay lit. Yeah, okay. I see how it is. Okay, smoke.
Now, if they would have caught me 7 years ago, I'd have been all in it. Because 7 years ago, I was still like trying to run around, trying to be what the rappers are today. I don't even consider myself a rapper. I say I'm a hip hop entertainer, hip hop artist. You know what I'm saying? I'm an artist. Yeah. You know, rappers is.
You say K Dog right there?
Yeah, Straight Money.
Straight Money, K Dog.
Yes, sir. That's me, man. Tap in one time.
All right. Hey, you know what? Since I got you here, maybe I should ask you, like if to continue to promote the music, because if you want, I'll have your music playing in the background every time I go live on the show. If you want,
I give you the rights to it.
Let me know what song I can do an intro to or something, or an outro on, and I'll play it. As long as it don't give me a copyright strike, I'll play it.
I'm independent. I run my own label, so I got you. The copyright strike, I ain't gonna hit you. Just type in. I want you to run it. I stay lit. Okay. I stay lit. Hey.
Okay, I'll talk about that after the show then. Yeah, but yeah, that's
already.
But that's what's up, man. I appreciate you guys talking with me about that stuff. But I saw that article. I know it's a movie that I was passionate about because I saw it back in the day and whatnot. Now, it just hit me that when I was going, because every week what I do is I try to go through entertainment news to see what I'm going to talk about on the show on Wednesday. And when I saw that on Variety, that popped up, that 26 years after the movie was made, and I was like, oh shit, I remember that movie. I remember watching that movie. And then when I started reading the article and it said the lives that it destroyed, I was like, what do you mean lives that it destroyed? And the more and more I kept reading it, I was like, the movie was produced by Harvey Weinstein. I was like, oh, Harvey. That's the dude that was just arrested for sexual assault. Like Selma Hayek, name almost any major actress today, and they probably have been harassed by this dude named Harvey Weinstein. He used to threaten to destroy careers. What's her name? Old girl who was in she was just in that Fury. What was that Mad Max movie? Furiosa. What's her name?
I know.
In the Mad Max movie.
That the latest Mad Max movie. She's from South Africa, but it's blonde. What's her name? She played Furiosa, but no, look.
I know what you're talking about. That. I don't know her name.
Fury Road. Let me pull up the character. Charlize Theron. I think she was one of the people that was harassed by Harvey Weinstein. Like almost name any female in Hollywood, and they've been harassed by this dude. And then I read, I kept reading the article. Like some people might have been underage when they were filming these sex scenes and all this. So I was like, like damn. The more and more I kept reading this, I was like, this movie was like one of those. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm 15 years old and I'm watching this like he kind of like a thing. And I always remember, and I remembered Rosario Dawson. I'm like, I love Rosario Dawson. I remember seeing her talk about how she in the movie she was saying stuff like nasty. So I'm like, I'm 15 years old. I'm watching this movie, and she's saying nasty stuff like she hates performing a certain sex act because she can feel the little swimmers stuck in her teeth. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, and ever since she said that, her name was stuck in my brain, and I recognized her in every movie that she was in. I said, that's the girl who said that thing in that movie called Kids. And Rosario Dawson and I'm a Star Wars geek, and she just played my favorite Jedi. She just played my favorite Jedi in the Mandalorian TV series on Star Wars. And I'm like, that's the girl who said that those things get stuck in her teeth. But it turns out that movie like ruined some people's lives. I was like, so I just wanted to share that with you guys and try to get if you guys catch this movie, like buyer beware, man. I don't know what to say about this. Not that many movies out there that are rated NC-17. It's got a lot of adult content. It's got the overall message of the movie it hits hard because this was the 90s back when AIDS and stuff was still,
still fresh.
They're still kind of fresh in people's head, and the stipulations that came with it. People judged people who caught this disease and stuff like that. And this was the first time I saw a movie that didn't talk about AIDS in relations to the gay community. It was a dude that just like had that thought in his head about girls, and he didn't know that he was given this and that was the thing that was fresh in my head. I was like, yeah, people keep thinking that this is the only way you can catch it, but no, look at what this kid in this movie is doing. And it's like, that's really probably how it spreads. Like that mindset. And I was like, it hit me hard. And I thought it was just sad that most of these actors that was in that movie, either they were ripped off and they had real bad lives and experiences, or the Rosario Dawson and they like they're freaking Jedis now. and getting Disney, they on Disney's Plus now. It's crazy how like night and day was anyway. I know, like I said, it might be a boring topic for some people, but I had to talk about it, and I wanted to relate it to a personal story with my guest here on the show. So I appreciate you guys indulging with me on that. So I'm gonna sign off real quick, but I'm gonna start off with Jason real quick. Let's remind everybody where they can find you online and just how you want to close the show off real quick.
Oh yeah, I'm at DJ Space DJ Puerto Rico. That's where you're gonna find me. Jason Space DJ Puerto Rico. That's where you're gonna find me. Look me up at any point in time. Need a fire DJ, and you down here between Texas and Louisiana. I'm your guy. You need shirts, merch. I got the best. I call myself the best. You need to find out why I call myself the best. You're talking about 25 years of making t-shirts. Holla at me.
Guaranteed to get the party hype or your money back. Jason, Jason, no, let me be clear. You absolutely will not get your money back.
I got one of the bangingest systems. I guarantee I've had everybody who has hired me say, yo, your system is hitting.
My boy Sean Folk on the comment section saying, now I want to see. I'm telling you, he's like, now I want to see that movie. I'm like, dude, I'm telling you, it's so messed up. But when you hear about what happened in this movie, you're like, Rosario Dawson, you say, huh? You're like, I gotta see this movie. But real quick, Kalum, man, you over there out there crushing it in Hollywood. He's acting. I'm gonna talk to him later on about his music thing, but he is crushing it on TikTok and Instagram out there. Where I found him. He's funny as hell. Tell them where they can find you. Tell them a little bit more about you, bro.
Yeah, man. So just like he said, man, y'all tap in one time. Kalum Johnson, full name Kalum, last name Johnson. Go by Straight Money K-Dog. It's just K-Dog. You can Google me. Everything will pop up, man. TikTok, Plenty of Fish, Twitter, or whatever it is, man. I'm on there. LinkedIn. I even post on LinkedIn too, man. I'm on everything.
He said I'm on plenty of fish.
Hey, and if y'all want, man, y'all can tap into my website, www.kdogmusic.com. You need an MC for your corporate event, your kid event, or whatever you got going on, you better hit me, because, baby, I'm cooking hot like some bacon on some grease. Let's go.
Because he says he stay lit all day, every day. What we used to say, Jason, it's going down on Talking Through the Medias. 21 to get in, 18 to get your shine on. It's going down.
Go.
All day, every day. The H-Town boys. H-Town. Next time, I promise, if I get these two on here with me again, I'm gonna next time, whenever the story is H-Town focused, I'm gonna make that happen. Let's try to make that happen. This time, this was just, I was kind of tying into what the show kind of constantly does on a week-to-week basis on entertainment news. But from now on, I promise the audience this time, since I got two of H-Town's finest with me, from this point on, I'm going to do some local news stuff. We're going to talk about some H-Town stuff. Now, let's see if we can make that happen again. I don't know. I'll check with you guys and see what your schedule's about. You guys know me. You know
hey, DJ, we need to tap in on one time, man. You need to
Oh yeah, I'm gonna check it out, see what's going on.
Oh, well, if you want, I can change the music real quick. You can do a freestyle contest if y'all want to get it on. My boy,
if it's gonna sound right with the beat, the delay.
I'm a father of 3 young kids. I might accidentally play Baby Shark by accident. You freestyle on
That's one of my favorite songs.
Yeah. You guys know where you can find me. You can always add us at T3 Medias on all the social media platforms, or if you want to hit me up directly and ask me a question for We Got Your Mail, hit me up, Chris Fagan 1980. I'm gonna put that on my business card, Christopher Fagan since 1980, because it's true. If you want to hit me up, just hit me up on that. And until next time, guys, hey, peace. Hey.